Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. Today is kind of an exciting day. I have an announcement to make. Plaid recently reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in becoming an ambassador for their products, which basically just means they're going to send me stuff and I can try it out, incorporate it into some projects here and there, and show you guys how to use the stuff in maybe a different way than most people. I don't know. And I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. And then I got this box. No joke. Yeah. So definitely thank you, Plaid, for all of those awesome things that you sent me. Paintbrushes are always a must. I thought I would try and attempt to make a project using some of their materials. So I'm using a wide range of Plaid paints. I'll list them out in the description for you guys in case you want to buy them. There's Apple Barrel. There's a couple of other metallic finishes and things. I'm going to use some Mod Podge, good old Mod Podge, just some wood lettering, some foam board, and some toilet paper. Today we are going to build the ship plaque from the Matrix ship, the Nebuchadnezzar. Very briefly in the show, it's shown for like that, and I wanted to attempt to make it. I actually saw it on Adam Savage's bathroom door, I think, on Tested, and thought I would try and make it using toilet paper and foam. So today we are going to build a Nebuchadnezzar plaque from the Matrix. Let's get to building.
I was gonna use some Plaid wood letters, but the font wasn't close enough to what was in the prop, so I cut them out on some thin sheets of balsa wood using my Cricut cutter, and I cut a few of those pieces out by hand or made some modifications. The body of the sign is just made out of some foam board. I stacked it up 3 high, and then a 4th one was used for the raised edge on the sides. It's roughly 12 inches by 22 inches. I now have about 10 pounds of Plaid products at my disposal. I've got some ideas for some of the color shifting and glow paints that they sent me, but that's for another build. For now, I just need some Mod Podge. I'm marking off where to put the lettering so that it is close to the center, or at least as close as I can get it. This will also keep your lines of text straight. I divided it in half, so at 6 inches I put a line, then I centered the middle of the letter with that line and drew a line on each side of it. Then I repeated that same step on the top and the bottom 2 rows of text. Now time for my TP treatment. It's a weird thing to say. I'm using it to create some texture on the surface, lay down a layer of Mod Podge, place down the 1-ply with no embossing toilet paper, and then Mod Podge over the top of it. It doesn't need to be perfectly smooth. That's kind of the whole purpose. You're giving it that distorted, aged, pitted, scratched up, dinged metal on the back. So you just need to make sure that all of the toilet paper gets wet from the glue up. Notice anything wrong with this picture? Yeah. I was so focused on the middle row that I completely didn't realize that the foam board was upside down. So the 2 rows of letters that are on the top should be on the bottom. I ended up just eyeballing it and it ended up being relatively straight. For the bolts, I just use some plastic faux gemstones. Just make sure that if you use this type of stone that you add some dabbing texture with your Mod Podge just to cover up the facets so that it's not obvious that it is a jewel and not a bolt. Then I hit everything with a coat of black spray paint as my primer. For the paint job, I used some of the Folk Art Treasure Gold mixed with the multi-surface brown and black apple barrel acrylic paint to dirty up the background, then just straight Treasure Gold for the raised letters. The chip brushes, the Mod Podge brushes, the brush basin, and the palette value pack are all products that you can buy straight through Plaid. They sell them at Walmart and you can buy them online or at most hobby stores. Get the brush tip lightly dipped in paint, wipe most of it off, and then dry brush it onto the surface, hitting all the low spots on the build. With the smaller brush, I hit all the lettering to make it stand out more. Then I use some white and light green multi-surface apple barrel acrylic and some dark green folk art acrylic to add a patina. Using your chip brush, you dab it into all three paints randomly, dab a little bit of it off onto a napkin, then dab it onto the surface of your material. That way you get some variations in colors as you are dabbing it on. You don't want to brush it on because the paints will then mix. To get the drips of patina, just load your paintbrush up again like we did before, and then dip it in water quickly, then fling your paintbrush at your surface and let gravity take hold and bring the water down your prop.
And we are finished. Here is the end result. Overall, I think it turned out pretty awesome. Definitely does not read as toilet paper and foam board, but that's primarily what it's made out of. I really like the finish on it, and I'm glad that I went with the patina. I got to the shiny part and was like, ooh, that's nice, but I don't make nice clean things on this channel. It's all dirtied up and weathered and used, and what better thing to wear out and damage up than the Nebuchadnezzar sign. Thanks again to Plaid for sending me all those products. It is immensely appreciated, and I am truly humbled that you would include me in on your ambassador program. Hopefully I can give you some projects that will proudly display the different types of things that you can do with their products, this being one of them. Let me know in the comments below if there's another thing that you want me to make similar to this. I saw a BioShock one that was impeccable, that would be pretty awesome for this type of application, and you can do it relatively on the cheap. Maybe you'll try and make one of these signs yourself and impress your friends with your toilet paper building skills, so much so that you never look at it the same when you are in the restroom. No judgments. Maybe you'll get some.
Yay!
And inevitably, they're going to ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these. Tell them, much props. It's not really a weapon, and it's not really a mask, but it is a faux piece of metal. So, red pill or blue pill? Ha!